Back right on the floor, and Brian Neufeld, league scoring leader with 72 points this year. A nice little pass, and Wittig just reaches over Zach Higgins. And not the way you want to start if you're St. Catharines after the goal when you get the ball and hand it back over. Wittig driving to the net, wants another one. He's stopped by Higgins. The ball actually bounces off a player and rolls into the net, but well after Roger Nurse's whistle.
They really come on strong here into the playoffs. Higgins has really picked up his game as this season's rolled on as well.
And Andreoli was ready to take off if that had gone to an headlock, but instead it goes over to Brian Neufeld, who gets Higgins dipping down and goes over the shoulder.
From our main follow camera up there, Higgins just biting a little bit on the low shot, and that opens the top, and that's a good find from Neufeld.
Pitchell's a veteran, a tough player. Here goes Triolo by his man, saved by Crawley.
Nearly got caught out on the switch. Now it looks like he's going to go for a run.
Tompkinson with him, and they're both going to the same side, and then Mancini's a righty. He's the first man off the floor. What a goal by Bergsma.
There are three righties. The shot's probably going to come from that side, but
Bissell's going to hand it off to Chris Atwood, and here comes Kyle Pedwell to set a pick. Throws a bit of a hip check, and Atwood scores. What a shot. That is vintage Chris Atwood. He is riling up DeBrone, and he'll just give him the finger wag and run to the bench. Oshawa may have got a stick on it. There's a finish, though. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What a terrific pass and a gorgeous finish.
Bounced right
into
into
going
him.
right to the net. Oh, what a strip by Daryl Robertson. That is why I think he's the defensive player of the year, and effectively never seems to get tired. There's Wittig. He's going to fire it. That one misses. Comes out to Atwood, though, right on top of the crease. Pedwell stopped. Wow. Trying to tuck it home. Is back in the offensive zone after that little flurry of activity. They're going to slow it down. Neufeld, and now all the way up the floor is Mitch McMichael. Here comes Gadd after him. McMichael, saved by Crawley. Nice hand save that we've been talking about. He goes by Muir, goes to the net, and scores.
That's what he can do with space. I told you they were giving him no space, and they actually left him almost an entire quarter of the floor.
Here comes Becker. He'll let it rip. That one goes wide. Comes out, and it's grabbed by Atwood, who just tucks it in. What a goal. Hat trick for Chris Atwood.
I think DeBrone, and he actually goes high up into the face mask.
And that's a big
natural hat trick.
Makes the smart pass to Atwood. What a save by Higgins. Thought about going to the far side to Pitchell. You can see there's Dylan Goddard. Wow. What a rip just inside the far post.
He took advantage of the junior size nets so often.
Nice pass by McMichael. Tompkinson wants it, scores.
Wow, you got to score that right there.
Play.
Yeah, tick, tack, and toe at the other end.
And here comes Bergsma. He wants another one. He's going to pass it instead. Back to Tchaikovsky, scores.
Oh, they were all jumping up and down, sticks raised. You can see John St. John there.
Gets it back. Goes low, sidearm shot, scores. And yeah, he never did seem to see that. Maybe Wittig using McMichael as a bit of a screen. But you can see how fast he actually is.
Maybe he's going so fast.
There's a shot and a goal. Anthony Patterson from the outside finds the back of the net. Brian McMichael passes it off. Nice shot, but a save by Crawley. It trickles through his back. Mitch McMichael to Gilray. What a goal! Great patience.
Draw the defense, and beautiful move. 1 and 2 of them by Gilray.
Goddard might shoot. He's going to go to Sanders instead. He'll shoot. Oh, that one hit Houtby and goes in, and Grant Crawley had a bead on the shot.
Initial jump is to take the shot away, but then to wave at it as it's coming up.
Yeah. Becker gets away, passes it wide open, shooting, save Higgins. No, he threw it over the net, and that's in. Is that not in the net?
It rolled into his shin pad, it looks like.
Okay, I thought it rolled down his back.
I
into the
saw
net,
that too. But then I also saw Jeremy Morrison right on the line.
Right here. Okay, it did hit his back and came down, but into his pad. And it was almost in anyway. We're back to live action.
Pulling the Yadier Molina right there.
Gilray was the one kind of right in the mix. There is a drive by Wittig, saved by Higgins.
Yeah, he's dialed in now. I was going to say, especially for Higgins, there is light just above where the shot would come from, down in the zone to our right. And normally games here are at night where that wouldn't be an issue.
Throw it back out top, a fresh 30 for St. Catharines. And Patterson's going to see what he can make happen. Important time for St. Catharines as Oshawa has the momentum.
Oh.
That pass gets away.
What
a grab.
Oh.
Anthony Patterson reaching around the Oshawa player to grab that ball. Eventually, the Outlaws come up with it, but what a display of skill. Josh Becker made a play like that when somebody passed it to him. He reached around a player in Six Nations earlier in the year, made a great pass, and then spun and scored. That was maybe the goal of the year, certainly until Brandon Slade scored one on Thursday, where he went between the legs, backhand one-hander.
Oh, shut up.
I will not. Right. Atwood gets the bounce out to him and somehow fights off the check of DeBrone. Great control of his stick there by Atwood.
Going over the top.
A pick by Pedwell and rolls off, but it hits someone. 15 on the shot clock, and the ball's still loose. McMichael tripped over somebody. It's picked up. The shot by Gatt. He is flattened by Tyler Roach, who is definitely back to his usual self. McMichael runs it up the floor. Neufeld saying to check him. McMichael just runs right by him, and Neufeld looks to the bench. He'll stay out. Triolo shoots. Save Crawley.
Wow, he let that go quick, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said that. I don't think he realized how much time he had to settle it down.
Oh, what a goal. Spinning Patterson. The great catch earlier. This time he makes the great shot.
Yeah, the last two trips down in that end, you sort of saw this one coming from Patterson. He's been putting it in on net and just making some pretty good plays down there, so finally pays off.
Gets it through.
Oh, that's a nice pass.
Doesn't quite catch it, though. And here they come. DeBrone ahead to Tchaikovsky. Red shoes to red shoes. To the back of the net. 9-8 Outlaws on the transition snipe.
That's huge for them to get the first goal of the quarter here. As the last 3 quarters, they've started real kind of haphazard. This is a nice finish. If it was 14-2 or something, and we're in the first week of the season, get them out. But
yeah, 5 players on the floor for each team.
Now Atwood wants to have a chat
with Mitch McMichael.
Atwood has yet to finish a game that these two have played this year. Game's starting to heat up. This is the wrong time to be starting to push the line here. Yeah.
Pedwell watched by Bergsman. Great pass. Becker with the shot, but it's stopped. And Higgins is going to jump out and pull it in. Wittig getting into it with Tompkinson. Raving. There's Atwood. That shot blocked by Tompkinson, who's going to take off. The pass ahead to him doesn't get there. Wittig will turn and try and get it.
Here we go.
Tompkinson.
DeBrone and Atwood.
Chris Atwood. Are you kidding me, Chris Atwood? Oh, that's a poor decision. DeBrone's going to go. Not sure for how long.
About 20 seconds after I said how stupid that would be. The guy they desperately need on the floor, down a goal.
Hey, we need to go and score a goal here shorthanded.
Craig Seneca, 55 minutes of sitting on the bench. He just saved a too-many-men call.
By grabbing someone?
Dylan Gatt, that's the right one.
Shot low, scores! TJ Sanders, he's been quiet today, but he drops the head of the stick, fires a worm burner along the carpet, and bounces it through Grant Crawley to make it 10-8 with the power play goal with 4:09 left.
Well, he's been quiet. That's his second goal, and it's his second power play goal in a huge situation.
You talked earlier about how they're so out on Triolo, a defender, even as the ball's moving slightly over there, way over there. Here comes Atwood off the face-off, scores! Mike Atwood wins it to himself, flips the ball over to the top of the stick, and gets the shorthanded marker to make it 10-9. Perfect response with 4:04 to go.
I hate when commentators say that's vintage so-and-so. That is vintage Mike Atwood.
That is. Except there's the shot, little twister to beat Higgins. Back in the day, before the rule that you could only take one step with the ball in the back of the stick, he would just go with the back, and probably would have scored anyway. And Atwood's going to get a rest. So we'll see.
He came limping off the floor a little bit.
Oh, he's been limping all week. Thursday, he was limping every time he went out to the face-off circle.
My goodness.
Wittig, one-on-one with Nolan. Atwood's on the floor. Double team now. Goes to the net, shoots. Save Higgins. And Wittig landed in the crease. It's going to be tracked down. They've got 11-10 to shoot now. Atwood throws to the top to Neufeld. He'll shoot. Scores!
Yep.
Brian Neufeld from downtown. We have a tie game. It's 10-10.
Someone needs to tell this building this is an Oshawa home game. They all erupted. And here's the thing. There's a lot of Six Nations guys on this Shockwave team. The snipers are now in the corners getting set for, again, second semifinal. Biggest moments that I've called, and you and I have called, have been in that, golden goal scenario.
So we'll have 18.1 to go. Sorry about the silence. We're sitting here debating silently the 3 stars, other folks, in case you haven't heard. And, so we are used
Where
to.
have you been?
Here goes Mitch McMichael. He's watched by Laprade. Triolo to Mancini. Mancini loves to shoot on the run-up here, but he'll pass it off instead. Cotter back to Triolo. He shoots, scores!
There it is.
Mike Triolo in overtime.
Who scored the overtime semifinal goal for Durham to send them to the final game here in this building last year?
Do you know, or
I'll give you a hint. He just did it again.
Okay, Mike Triolo.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I was thinking Josh Wasson for a second.
No, it came from that side. He was on the wrong side and let rip, and the celly looked exactly the same, just coming from the opposite side.
So our third star is Mike Triolo, because that's a huge goal.
Well, he did a lot of other things. He was shut down a lot in that first half, but even without that, I mean, he found ways to be involved in the game, setting picks and opening up other guys, decoying and stuff like that. So
2 goals, 2 assists, including the overtime winner. Some guys, our second star, 2 goals for the St. Catharines Shockwave, playing primarily out the back door. Anthony Patterson did it all over the floor for St. Kitts.
Yeah, and he was another guy like I talked about Sanders. He was doing a lot of stuff, but when he scored his goals that counted, they were in huge situations.
And our first star shouldn't be a surprise. Zach Higgins with 164 saves in the game. Okay, I made that up. Approximately, but I mean, huge saves. And withstood the biggest hit of the game, which was Mike Triolo running in to celebrate with him after the goal at full speed, just drilling him. The Outlaws salute the crowd. We have, now we're going to really appreciate the genius of the next game being at 7, because we have an hour and 52 minutes instead of just 52 minutes.
Yeah.
The main